Hi friends, in this video I'm going to show you how to install OpenIDM 7.1. This is the latest version. So here how I'm going to show you how to install OpenIDM 7.1 in the Windows system. So okay, what is this? What are the prerequisites for this software? So prerequisites are mainly Java 1. Java 11 version we need to install in the Windows system. So in my system already I have installed Java 11. So if you are not installed in your system, you can install the Java 11 and then you can download the OpenIDM 7.1. So how to download OpenIDM 7.1? Then I will explain you. Okay. So go to first backstage.porzrock.com. Here you have a download option. Click on the downloads. Here you have access management, directory service, and identity management. So click on the identity management. Here you can see 7.1.0. So I'm going to installing this version software. Okay. So click on the zip. So when you click on the zip, it is asking you must be logged in into to download this file. So you have to log in. If you don't have an account, you have to register in Backstage website, and then only you can download the software. So here when you are going to register in the Backstage website, we need the corporate email IDs, not accepting the or public domain email IDs like a Gmail, Hotmail, or Outlook, like that. Okay. So if you need any corporate email IDs, please reach out to me. Contact at the narayana.tutorial.com so that I can provide my uh, also I can provide the one corporate email for you. Okay. So now click on the login. So I'm entering my username and password and click on the login. Yeah. So now click on the zip. So here you can click on the download. So click on OK. So it may take some time, depends on your internet bandwidth. Yeah. So before that, Java after installation, you need to set the environment variable. Okay. Like I'm showing how to where you have to set the environment variables. Okay. So go to your system properties and environment variables. Here you have a Java home. See here I have configured I have given the environment variable Java underscore home, and this is my Java installation path of JDK 11. And then you have to give the till bin in the path. Go to the path, click on the edit. Here you have given the JDK 1.8. So I'm going to removing that one. Okay. So here you can give like this way. Okay. I'm going to removing this one. Okay, we can give like this. Okay, Java home percentage slash okay slash bin. So it will take the Java home environment variable and continues with the dot slash bin. Okay, you can give like this, and then click on the OK and click on the OK. Okay, so that way we have to set the environment variables. Now I have downloaded the OpenIDM 7.1.0. Cut it this one, and I am putting into some normal place. Like I am maintaining one folder structure here, and I'm keeping here. I'm pasting here. Okay, so here IDM 7.1.0. Now I'm going to give extracting that software. Yeah. So after extracting software, you can go to into that folder and then go to here, and here you can start the command prompt. So here in the browser you can type like a CMD. Okay. Then the command prompt will be opened. So here we have a startup command. Okay. Then you can execute. So there are the two commands. One is the startup.bat and startup sh. Startup.bat belongs to the Windows Windows system, and .sh belongs to the Linux or Unix environment. Okay, so here the OpenIDM 7.1 supporting embedded OpenDJ as a database. So generally we can install the external databases like it is supporting this type of databases: DB2, MySQL, MSSQL, Oracle, Postgres. So we can install the external this software and we can connect to the IDM. But now IDM 7.1.0 supporting the embedded OpenDJ. It means that once you start the OpenIDM, internally it will install the OpenDJ, and that OpenDJ acting as a backend database for the IDM. Okay, now I'm going to using that one. Okay, so here you can see some configuration files also there in the configuration folder. Okay, here you can see resource DS. This is the default database resource DS. Like if you open this file, you can see this embedded is true. It means that it will install the embedded OpenDJ. Okay, so then come back to here, and here we have a there is a folder resolver. So here we can change the ports, like open the boot.properties. Here we have a OpenIDM ports and all, like you can give the any port. So right now default port is the 8080. So now I'm going to giving 8087 because of 8080 the default port giving by the other softwares also, so that you should have to change this password, this port to the any other port. Okay, and then this is the local host. You can give the any like understandable name also, but now I'm going to using the same host name, that is a local host. Okay, now I'm saving this one. So here I changed the port. Okay, now coming to the command prompt here, and here you can execute the startup.bat. So it will open the another command prompt window. So this window will take some time because it has to install the embedded OpenDJ software. Once that embedded OpenDJ software installed, then only the OpenIDM will start the application. Okay, so just wait for a few seconds. So now click on the allow access. So here we can see OpenIDM ready. It means that OpenIDM installation is completed. Something you are getting error like OpenIDM failure, startup active, not ready, not all modules started, but it started, but all modules are not started. Okay, but it's not a problem. We can verify those things and all. But here you can see right now OpenIDM is ready. Okay, now go to the browser and type the like HTTP localhost. What is the port we have given? 8087 slash admin. Yeah, so correct, like IDM having identity management having two applications, means two portals. One is the admin portal and second one is the self-service portal. Now I'm trying to log in into the admin portal. Okay, so admin portal we have a username is the like a by default username is OpenIDM admin. The password also same, so copy that username and paste it here in the password place. Okay, and click on the login. Okay, see, now we are successfully logged in into the OpenIDM admin portal. Now here you can see the users and all. Okay, so let's try one user creating here. Okay, new user. Okay, test user one, and I'm giving the test. And last time I'm giving the user one, and email ID giving like a test user one at the rate example.com, and password you can give anything. Here I'm giving some admin 1234. Okay, Now click on the save. Click on the save button. See, now we have added the user in the admin console level. Now click on the profile button and click on the logout. So now I have logged out admin portal. Now how to access the self-service portal? Now remove this admin URL. Now enter. Okay, this is the self-service portal. Okay, in the self-service portal you can type like a use test user, whatever that user is created in the admin console. Now you can give the password. Click on login. See, now we are able to log in successfully. So self-service portal also working fine. Yeah, this is the OpenIDM installation and validating the installation whether it is correct or not by logging into the admin portal and self-service portal. Yeah, thank you for watching the video.